Hi everyone, Matt from Snare here. Welcome to another technical video where you can see how to configure different parts of our log collection and management solution. Today, we'll be looking at configuring agent level objectives. But first, let's install Snare Agent on a clean Windows 10 machine. I won't be changing any of the default values, so all I have to do is accept the EULA and proceed with a quick installation option. While we're waiting for the installation to finish, I just wanted to clarify why it's important to properly configure agent level objectives. Simply put, if you don't do it and just collect all logs and forward them to your SIM platform, most likely you will be charged for all process logs, even if you apply filtering at the destination. This is just how pricing for most SIM solutions works. There are also other reasons to configure agent level objectives, like minimizing the impact on network and reducing storage cost. Okay. Snare Agent is now installed and running, and we can confirm this by launching user interface, which is on localhost port 6161. This warning across the top tells us that it needs a license, so I'll just quickly copy my license key issued for this specific hardware and apply. We are now ready to have a look at our out-of-the-box objectives. This is the list of events that Snare Agent will collect by default. Let's modify the first one to go over the details. The first section provides a list of pre-configured options to collect significant events from general security and compliance requirements perspective, like log on log off events or process control events. If we want to collect specific event IDs, we can select any events here, and this will enable the event ID search term field where we can list exact values we are after. Below, we can provide a specific string to search for, and this could be, for instance, a file path or process name. You can even build complex regex expressions for better control. Likewise, you can use the next two fields to include or exclude specific users or log sources. Next, we can decide which levels of logs we want to collect. This is particularly useful in limiting noise, for instance making sure that we are not collecting verbose logs, which maybe were enabled for troubleshooting purposes but could very quickly use too much of our storage. If you are using one of the pre-configured options, then this next section is irrelevant. However, if you selected any events, then you can select which event log source you want to collect from, including application and even custom event log. Finally, we can assign alert level to matched events. This is purely to help us identify different logs quickly in the latest events view. Going back to the list of objectives, we can see that by default we collect in all log on log off events, process events, user group management events, power on, off and reboots, changes to security policies, and any events from the following sources. And this default setup will tick a lot of boxes, so it is a nice and easy starting point. However, you can add or modify objectives as required. For instance, for the any events objective, I want to collect only errors, warnings, and critical events to limit overall volume of logs. I'm not interested in audit, information, or verbose logs. At the same time, I know that my cyber team is investigating a potential breach and has requested for a specific user account to be closely monitored. To help them with their investigation, I can collect all activity for the user in question. And this is an example how this can be configured. Hopefully, I have managed to show you how easy it is to configure agent level objectives to reduce noise. Moreover, I can use this configuration as a template to be applied across my estate. We will cover remote management in another video though. And this is it. Thank you all for watching. Watch our entire Problem Solve series to learn more ways to easily glean additional value from your Snare solution.